3 suspects arrested as police JAMB uncover remote hacking scheme during just concluded 2026 UTME. Fuel subsidy savings driving development projects, Kebbi State government says. And NCDC intensifies case monitoring for hantavirus, says Nigeria remains free. Good afternoon and welcome to Panorama. I'm Ibrahim Danhamidu. The federal government has assured the Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators of Nigeria that it will reach out to major stakeholders to fast-track the passage of its amendment bill aimed at scaling the impact of the Institute. Vice President Kashim Shettima gave the assurance when a delegation from the Institute, led by its president and chairman of the Governing Council, Uto Ukwana, paid him a visit at the presidential villa. State House correspondent Abdurrahman Jibrila reports.
Members of the Institute here at the presidential villa seeking intervention of the bill currently before the National Assembly, which aims at changing the Institute's name to better reflect modern governance practices and expand its mandate beyond traditional secretarial duties. Vice President Kashim Shettima congratulated the Institute on its 60th anniversary, describing the upcoming event as a celebration of 60 years of professionalism and integrity.
The very theme you have chosen for this milestone is a record few institutions in this country can claim. You have earned it, and the nation is better for the work you have done. We will support you in your quest for your recognition for your elevation to be a chartered institute. It's not going to be easy, but the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. Collectively, together, we'll pull all the blocks, reach out to all the major stakeholders to see that we fast-track the passage of the amendment bill so that you can operate at a much higher pedestal than you are now.
On the Institute's building project, the Vice President said beyond having a corporate headquarters commensurate with its status, there is a need for an income-generating venture on its landed property, assuring the Institute of support to boost its self-sustenance and advocacy.
That is important that we engage key stakeholders, again to intimate them, because we believe that visibility, we believe that ICSAN is crucial to embedding good governance across sectors in Nigeria. And this is part of what we continue to do in terms of advocacy about the mandate of our institute, about the future of our institute, about the legacy of our institute.
The Institute has maintained a legacy of preserving institutions, even as the delegation informed the Vice President of its forthcoming event scheduled for June 26, 2026, stressing that it has become imperative for the passage of the bill, as the name and mandate of the Institute will evolve and align with the current practices in other jurisdictions. From the State House, Abdurrahman Jibrila, NTA News.
The Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation has noted with concern the frequent error in the official appellation of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu by various bodies and media organizations. In a statement signed by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, the office urges the public and media organizations to verify official titles before publication so that such avoidable and embarrassing errors will not filter into the publications. For the record, the correct and official appellation is His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria. The SGF adds that verifications can be made through the office's official channels, including Facebook at Office of the SGF, Instagram official OSGFNG, and X official OSGF. Email info@osgf.gov.ng. The clarification becomes necessary after an error was observed in the naming and appellation of the president in a publication by a national daily on Wednesday, May 7th, 2026. Such lapses, he notes, can be avoided with due verification through the appropriate sources. The Kebbi State government has commended President Bola Tinubu for the management of funds generated from the removal of fuel subsidy, saying the policy has increased allocations to states and enabled governors to execute people-oriented projects. The Deputy Governor, Senator Umar Tafida, made the remarks while taking the presidential media team on a tour of the Argungu Mega School and other projects. Jonathan Omajali reports.
The Arugungu Mega School is more than just a physical structure. It is a preparation center, a place where young people are equipped with practical and vocational skills for economic empowerment.
The school is actually designed not only to teach the usual pedagogy, but also the child, by the time he finishes, he is fully equipped with modern 21st century skills.
The impact of the development drive is also visible in the state's public service sector. The Bola Ahmed Tinubu Ultra-Modern Secretariat now provides a more conducive working environment for civil servants, accommodating about 25,000 workers from 28 ministries.
Credit goes to, renewed hope, Mr. President. The monies that we are getting, from the federal, that have increased due to the role of subsidy, and also the good management of resources by Mr. President and his team.
The Presidential Communications team also inspected the Arugungu Nasini Biu Road, a Trong B federal road approved for rehabilitation by President Bola Tinubu to improve connectivity and ease the movement of goods and people.
We are highly grateful because the road is now in good condition. We can now transport our goods easily and we no longer face any problem.
The team also visited the Arugungu Bypass Dualization Project, a road once in poor condition but now transformed with modern infrastructure.
Out of the 160 special projects by the Federal Ministry of Works, 48 of these projects are in Northwest. So the Northwest people are thanking His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
We're seeing how they are impacting the economic life. We're seeing farming communities spring up along these roads.
Like other Northwest states visited by the team, Kebbi is a clear example of how the President's infrastructure and economic development policies are impacting lives and stimulating growth across the country. Jonathan Omajali, NTA News.
The Progressive Governors Forum has passed a vote of confidence in its chairman, Hope Uzodimma, and Deputy Chairman Obasani, dismissing speculations of a leadership shake-up within the forum. The endorsement comes amid reports circulating on some media platforms alleging the removal of the forum's leadership. Yusuf Jika reports.
Amid reports alleging a leadership change within the Progressive Governors Forum, members of the forum convened to dispel rumors surrounding the purported removal of its chairman and deputy chairman. 18 governors and a deputy governor attended the meeting, which members described as productive, focused and guided by a shared sense of responsibility, dismissing the reports as false and baseless.
I want to take this opportunity to move a vote of confidence on our chairman, and his deputy.
The forum expressed satisfaction with the progress recorded under the ruling All Progressives Congress and resolved to support the candidature of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for a second term in office.
We resolve to have a more united party, strengthen our support. You recall only yesterday we submitted the expression of interest and nomination form of Mr. President. The governors of Progressive Congress are all united and resolved to support him and to field and ensure that he comes out successfully during the upcoming elections.
We're stronger now than any other time. And of course, we are all supporting our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, what he has been doing. We also want to assure everyone that APC is united, governors are united, the forum is united, and there's not any problem.
The governors also reassured Nigerians of their commitment to inclusive and result-driven leadership in Abuja. Yusuf Jika, NTA News.
Still on political matters ahead of the general election next year, we're going to link up with our political correspondent, Timothy Yusuf. He's at the venue of the Nigeria Democratic Congress, NDC's inaugural national convention holding in FCT Abuja. Timothy, tell us what is new and being decided as the party formalizes its structure and leadership. All right, we'll be back with Timothy as we take a break. Welcome back. Now we're going to go back to Timothy, who's going to tell us what is new and being decided as the party formalizes its structure and leadership, the NDC. Timothy, if you could hear me, tell us what's new and what's being decided as the party formalizes its structure and leadership.
Thank you, studio. This is the Los Angeles Event Center here in Abuja, venue of the Beijing National Convention of the Nigerian Democratic Congress, NDC. The NDC is a newly registered political party recognized by INEC in February 2026. The application for the party was first put in the year 2017, and the process was later stalled by INEC, that is the nation's electoral umpire, citing a local similarity with some other political parties. The political association, as at that time, approached the court. Consequently, the Abuja High Court ruled in 2025, ordering INEC to recognize the party, stating that there was no distinct in the logo of any other political party. And in February 2026, INEC complied by recognizing the party. So far, this is the story of the NDC. Shortly after the recognition by INEC, the Pro-Tem National Intermediate Committee was put on that has been managing the affairs of the party. And today's convention is expected to introduce a new set of leaders that will run the affairs of the party going into the 2027 elections, especially. And the venue is set, awaiting the commencement of the much awaited
All right, thank you very much, Timothy. And Nigeria, we apologize for the loudy and rowdy noise at the background over there. The National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, has officially inaugurated its medical center in the city of Medina following the influx of pilgrims for this year's Hajj exercise. Correspondent Abubakar Akwanga reports that some of the wings inaugurated are nurses section, pharmacy, male and female wards, doctors section and outpatient department, all geared towards rendering efficient health services to Nigerian pilgrims in Saudi Arabia. At the time of this report, members of the medical team were seen attending to some pilgrims who came to access free services for their well-being all through the 2026 pilgrimage in the holy city of Medina. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention, NCDC, says it has intensified surveillance and public health monitoring following reports of a hantavirus cluster linked to international cruise ship travels involving multiple countries. In a statement, the Director General of the NCDC, Dr. Jide Idris, says the outbreak involves a limited number of confirmed and suspected cases connected to a cruise vessel, while investigations and contact tracing continue across affected countries. The NCDC, however, reassures Nigerians that there is currently no confirmed case of hantavirus in the country and that the risk to the general public remains low. According to the agency, hantaviruses are mainly transmitted by rodents and can infect humans through exposure to infected rodents, their urine, saliva, droppings, or contaminated dust particles. The NCDC says it is closely monitoring global developments through its surveillance and epidemic intelligence systems aimed at detecting emerging infectious diseases, especially zoonotic diseases transmitted from animals to humans. The agency also advises Nigerians to maintain proper hygiene and environmental sanitation, including measures to prevent rodent infestation and reduce exposure to disease vectors. As Nigeria joins other African nations in the drive to sustain consistent vaccination coverage, traditional rulers, stakeholders, and parents are applauding government for efforts in ensuring that vaccines are always made available even to the remote rural areas of the country to eliminate deadly childhood diseases that once claimed young lives. Ifeoma Ayogoje reports that experts insist no child should be left behind, more so as this year's campaign focuses on the lifelong benefits of immunization.
For the federal government of Nigeria, immunization remains one of the strongest weapons in the fight against child mortality and preventable diseases. So, as the world continues to harp on the importance of vaccination, government and health stakeholders are once again reminding Nigerians that vaccines are not just medical interventions. They are life-saving shields that protect families, preserve communities, and secure the future of every child.
Pregnant women, women of childbearing age, as old as 14 years and above.
Our old women are aware, our mothers are aware the importance of vaccination. They know the importance. Whenever time when there's a town crying that immunization is going on, they come in number. Mothers will bring their children below 5 to immunize.
This is my first daughter. I immunized her and she did not suffer from the disease called polio. Even when she had measles, it was very mild. It was not that severe.
For my children, this is actually the 5th one. I've never watched anyone to the hospital.
In many villages across Nigeria, Bayelsa State in particular, diseases like measles, polio, whooping cough, and neonatal tetanus once claimed the lives of countless children, leaving pain and grief in many homes. Today, that story is changing. Traditional rulers, community leaders, and parents say the steady presence of health workers carrying vaccines from house to house and from clinics to remote settlements has brought renewed hope and healthier generations.
Every Thursday, every Tuesday is our outreach section. We go out to the community to trace those ones that are not coming to the facility. If there's an epidemic, you see that it's going to be very mild.
The ones we are coming now for is the one of 6 months. So I've been very consistent.
I appreciate the government for their support.
Health experts warn that despite significant progress, misinformation and vaccine hesitancy still remain major threats. They stress that diseases once brought under control can easily return when immunization is neglected.
And so in the words of community leaders, vaccination is a responsibility that must be embraced. In Yanagua, Ifeoma Ayogoje, NTN News.
The Nigeria Police Force has uncovered a sophisticated examination malpractice syndicate that engaged in the act during the 2026 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination (UTME) in Warri, Delta State. The operation, carried out in collaboration with the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board (JAM), exposed an illegal network that remotely accessed candidates' computers during the examination at the College of Education, Warri. 3 suspects linked to the cyber-assisted fraud have been arrested and are currently in custody, while efforts are ongoing to track down another principal suspect.
4 suspects directly connected to the illegal operations have been arrested and are currently in police custody, assisting ongoing investigation. Further investigation also reveals the involvement of another principal suspect currently at large. Available intelligence indicates that the suspect remotely accessed and operated candidates' computer system from undisclosed locations during the examination.
I don't think they believe that anybody will see what they were doing. But the eagle eye of the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, this center, that's the College of Education worry, as it is now, the results there are withdrawn, and 2 other centers in Delta.
The breakthrough highlights the effectiveness of JAM's technology-driven monitoring systems and the force's growing capacity in tackling digital crimes. As security threats continue to evolve, the need for strategic thinking, adaptive leadership, and continuous knowledge sharing among military professionals becomes imperative. It is against this backdrop that the Alumni Association of the Army War College in Nigeria held its maiden seminar in Abuja to enhance combat efficiency of the Nigerian Army for future operational realities. Represented by the Commander Army Headquarters Garrison, Major General Maxwell Dangana, at the maiden seminar of the Alumni Association of the Army War College Nigeria, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Wadi Shuaibu, urged participants to be guided by the core values of the Nigerian Army in the discharge of their national responsibilities.
You must.
All right. We'll now move to sports and see what's going around in the sports world in Nigeria.
Grassroots basketball development in Abuja is set for a major transformation as the Amateur Basketball Academy, ABA, unveils plans to discover and nurture young talent through a new championship competition. At the Maidens Press Conference in Abuja, organizers revealed that the initiative is designed to provide opportunities for talented players across schools to develop and excel in the sports.
It is a declaration of purpose that we all believe will transform lives, reshape communities.
Get the kids off the streets, get the kids off drugs, get the kids off hookups, and get the kids to play basketball and study.
Prosperity Cup tournament plans to deepen grassroots football development in Bayelsa State are gaining momentum, with officials of FC Barcelona expressing satisfaction with facilities inspected ahead of the proposed Bayelsa Starlet Academy partnership.
The interaction we had with the coaches, with the players, with all the teams that we met the first time, also the second time with the scouting program we did. It was interesting to see the level of the